friends, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Jamie, and as you can hear, I am very sick. And as you can see, I'm in a different place. I'm actually in my living room. I just posted, or I most recently posted a video explaining that I am moving out of my apartment. So currently I have boxes everywhere in this room. And the last thing I need to box up is my TBR shelf. Now, several weeks now at this point, I made a spring cleaning my bookshelves video, and that was when I was unhauling from my red shelves, and I meant to then post right away the next video, which would be unhauling from my TBR shelf. But things got in the way and that did not happen. But now that I am moving, especially since I just packed up all of my big shelves from my office, it really made me realize that like the books are so heavy and I need to be ruthless. If I'm not going to read the books very soon, I do not need to spend the energy moving them from this apartment to our new house. I really apologize about my voice. It does sound crazy and my sinuses are out of whack, but I need to get this done. Okay, so how I'm going to do this is just pull all of the books off the shelf, kind of take a look at them, and just then be really realistic about whether or not I actually want to read them anytime soon. And if they bring me joy, they go in one pile to be boxed up and sent to the new house. And if they do not inspire me, I will put them in a different pile and they will be donated. Okay, there we go. All of the books are on the floor. Nice. There we go. Let's chat about them. Okay, I'm just gonna grab them and just start going. Ian McEwan, The Comfort of Strangers, a really short book. I like Ian McEwan and it's really short, so I should keep this, even though, I don't know, now that I'm thinking about it, I have not really, you know what, we gotta be ruthless. I'm not keeping this. Perfume, The Story of a Murder by Patrick Suskind. I do want to keep this. Me Talk Pretty One Day by David Sedaris. I think I want to keep this. I usually don't read him physically though. I like to listen to his audiobooks because he narrates them himself. So I don't know why I like, you know what? I don't need to keep this physically. Let's just be honest with myself. Little Ones, this is a short story collection and I will keep this. Call Me by Your Name. I think I want to read this summer, so I will keep it. Disappearing Earth. I picked this up at a thrift store and I really like the cover, but to be honest, I don't know if I have a lot of interest in reading this, and to be honest, I don't think my heart can handle something called Disappearing Earth, so I'm gonna get rid of it. Again and Again. I don't know, would I like this? I will have to look more into this. I'm gonna keep it for now, but I need to look into this. The Reformatory by Tana Reid. Definitely going to keep this, even though I haven't read it because I know it's gonna break my heart, but I will read it. Learned by Heart by Emma Donoghue. I really like Emma Donoghue, but I don't know that this story premise really intrigues me. I don't have time to go over every single book and what it's about, but so I don't know. I did want to read this because I do like Emma Donoghue, but I don't think that I have ever been interested enough, and I haven't picked it up in like over a year, so let's just get rid of it. Mexican Gothic by Sylvia Moreno Garcia. I do want to read this. What Happened to Ruthie Ramirez. I started this on audio and I just wasn't really jiving with it, and I don't really see myself picking it up anytime soon, so gonna get rid of it. Toward Eternity. I started this on audio and same thing. This is about an AI like robot or something, and that topic is not something I want to read about right now. So I'm gonna get rid of this. Unlikely Animals. If I get to this, it'll probably be on audio, but I do want to keep it because I believe I could maybe really like it. The God of Small Things. Well, my friend Caitlin Bandy from Bandy's Books told me to get rid of this, so I will listen to her. Green Fuse Burning. I will definitely read this in the fall. Havoc. This is an arc that I found and it sounded cool at first, but now I'm not interested. Speak No Evil. I found this at a book sale for like 50 cents, so I grabbed it, but I don't know. I'm not really drawn to it. It doesn't help that just in general, I just haven't been drawn to that many books, so it's kind of like everything I want to get rid of, but you know what? Sometimes that's not a bad thing too. Just completely refreshing everything, starting new is not necessarily a bad thing. So, I don't know. No, I'm not interested. Patricia Highsmith, Ripley's Game by Patricia Highsmith. This is actually the third book in the series, so I need to find the second one. So I'm going to keep this, but I can't read it until I read the second one, so I don't know. This Cursed House by Del Sandine. I heard that this got mixed reviews, and I don't know. I already don't really like Southern Gothic horror as a genre, but this is set in New Orleans, and I would like to read things that are set in New Orleans, but I just don't know, you know, there's other books that are set in New Orleans, and this one did not really get the best ratings, so I'm probably gonna unhaul. American Rapture by CJ Lead. I was really interested in this, and then I feel like the reviews were kind of mixed. I don't know. I could still be interested in this. I'm gonna hang on to it for now. Maybe I need to maybe need to do a chapter. The Spear Cuts Through Water. Definitely going to keep this, and I hope I can get to it soon. Private Rights by Julia Armfield. I'm actually listening to this on audiobook right now, and I hope that I love it and that I can keep this. The Spite House by Johnny Compton. I'm definitely hoping to get to this year. One Day Everyone Will Have Always Been Against This. Another one I'm hoping to get to relatively soon. All the Sinners Bleed by S.A. Cosby. I actually got this book when he was doing a book talk, and I got to meet him, and I really loved S.A. Cosby's previous work. Razorblade Tears, fantastic book. I love it. This one, I did start it when it first came out. It's like, just, you know, he writes such dark stuff that sometimes it's like, takes me a second to like really get into it, but I'm gonna keep this. The Mysterious Benedict Society. I hope to read this summer, so I will be keeping it. Department of Speculation. I kept like meaning to pick this up, and then I kept not doing it, but I am gonna keep it, and I'm gonna read it. Camp Damascus by Chuck Tingle. Definitely going to keep this and read it for Summerween this year. Autumn by Allie Smith. This one's kind of upsetting because I did actually try to read this in this most recent past autumn, and I didn't get super far, and I don't really think that her writing style was really jiving with me, but I love this cover so much, and this one is like she has like a 4 seasons series, and so it kind of breaks my heart. I don't know, maybe I'll keep this and try the audiobook. Girls on Film, The Lessons from a Life Watching Women in Movies. This is a nonfiction book that I got from the Academy Awards Museum in LA, so I really do need to read it. I'm gonna keep it, but I don't know when I'm gonna read it. The Reader by Bernard Schlink. I've tried to read this several times, and it has not worked out for me at all, so I'm gonna get rid of it. Only Good Indians. Oh my gosh, I keep needing to read Stephen Graham Jones, and I know he writes like 1 million books a year. Well, no, he writes 1 a year, but still. I need to read this. I need to read this year. If I don't get to this year, I need to unhaul it because I've had it for a long time, but I've still never read a Stephen Graham Jones. I've been wanting to read this one, but we'll see. I'm gonna keep it, but I need to get together and read that. The Buried Giant by Kazuo Ishiguro. Yes, gonna keep this. Rules of Civility by Immortals. Definitely gonna keep this. Excited to eventually read it. Tell Me I'm Worthless by Alison Rumfitt. I do want to still read this, so I'm gonna keep it. Liberation Day by George Saunders. I have 2 George Saunders. Lincoln and the Barno is one of them, and I don't know. To be honest, I don't know why I have these, but this cover is so cute. I need to just try it. I'm gonna keep it, but like, what am I doing here? All Over Creation by Ruth Ozeki. This is actually like definitely a book that I need to read in 2025, and an author I have never read before, but I would really love to, so this is like, I need to get to this. Lost in the Garden. I got this last year, and I actually tried to read it last year, but it was like way weirder and more just very, very weird and different, and I don't know, like, love the cover. This is actually like a horror book, but it was just so much weirder than I was like ready for, I think. I don't know. the writing style, I don't know. Maybe I'll keep it and try it one more time this summer. But yeah, I have tried it already. The Sword of Kaigen I will be keeping and hopefully loving. The Witches of St. Petersburg. This is a book I found at the thrift store and I didn't even really know what it was when I picked it up, but the cover is so cool. I love it. I'm gonna try it, but I don't even know what it is really. The Coast Road, I forgot that I had this, and I probably will like it if I read it. I just keep forgetting that I have it. I'm gonna keep it and try to remember that I have it. Another Immortals, The Lincoln Highway, definitely going to keep this. The Other Boleyn Girl, I am going to keep, but probably listen to it on audio. In the Woods by Tana French. Never read Tana French, hoping to read this summer, so I will be keeping it. Just for the Summer by Abby Jimenez, another one, never read this author, hoping to get to it this summer. The Little Prince, a classic. I don't know why I haven't just read it, it's not even that long. I need to just do this. When Horror Was Here, this is actually a YA book that I got at an author book signing, and I did start reading it, but you know, it's YA and I was not really feeling it, and I don't think it is signed. That's cool, but I don't think that's a good enough reason to keep it, even though he wrote my name in it. I'm sorry. 10 and 4 by Ben Lerner. I got this because it was on the like New York Times 100 best books of the century or something. I don't know. But every time I read the back and what it's about, like at first I was kind of interested, and now I kind of just, it sounds awful actually. So I could be wrong about that, but I have not had the interest in reading this. Burnham Wood by Eleanor Canton. Definitely need to read this year. Another one. I have several books on this list that are like, I've got to get to these in 2025. Like, what am I doing? The Children Act, another Ian McEwan, but this one, the premise actually really does intrigue me, so gonna keep this one. The Spirit Bares Its Teeth. Definitely want to read this either in the summer or the fall. Yes. The Hate You Give. I am going to keep this, but again, we'll probably do the audiobook. We'll see. Twyford Code by Janice Hallett. I tried to do this on audio, and it absolutely does not work on audio. So I need to read it physically. And I've heard this one kind of has mixed reviews, but I'm going to just keep it and try it physically. Major Arcana. This is an arc that I got, and I am very interested in this. I need to sit down and read it. My cats are going crazy. In These Hallowed Halls. This is a short story Dark Academia collection, and actually I've been dying to read this. I've been really in a Dark Academia mood lately. I've been really enjoying it, but I was like, oh, I need to save this for the fall. So I actually would love to just start reading this. I've been putting it off for arbitrary reasons. Greta and Valdin, definitely going to read this summer. Oh my gosh, once again, why have I not done it already? The Resurrectionist, I am waiting for this on audiobook, but I hope that I love it, and I'm going to keep it just in case I do. KKI, I am going to get to, hopefully. It's so long, but I don't know, this one's where I'm kind of like, this one I'm on the fence about, but I think I'm going to keep it for now and try to get the audio. My Lovely Wife by Samantha Downing. I am hoping to read this in the summer, and so I'm going to keep it. And the last thing I have here is the rest of the, what series is this called? A Shady Hollow mystery series. This one, what is the first one called? I read the first one in the fall, and I really liked it, even though it was like kind of silly and just very unserious. But regardless, I liked it. So then I got the rest of the series, and I'm hoping to read like one every fall or something, or maybe if I'm really feeling in the mood, I'll read all of them this fall. I don't know, but definitely going to keep these because look at the covers are just so fun and so cute. And I mean, I can't say that these are like good books, but I enjoyed my time with the first one. Okay, so there we have it. I do have a fair stack of books that I am unhauling from my TBR shelf, and that's good. I mean, that's like at least half a box that I don't have to pack now. So those are what I'm getting rid of. And I did actually, while I was packing up the boxes, did decide to unhaul a few more from my TBR shelf. So I will show you what those are. Here I am in my empty office. Isn't this so sad? This is like legitimately the last view of this office that we are gonna have together. Isn't that so sad? I do actually have a lot of books that I ended up, like a bigger stack actually, that I ended up unhauling from my red shelves, just because I was like, if I don't love this book enough to add it to the heavy pile of books that need to go in boxes, I'm getting rid of it. So a lot of these books I actually did like. I'm pretty good about unhauling. As I was saying, I'm pretty good about unhauling from my red shelves. If I don't like a book, I will just get rid of it. I'm not too bad about that. So these are actually books that I did kind of like, or even, you know, enjoy quite a lot. I just didn't feel the need to keep them. So David Sedaris, When We Were Engulfed in Flames. I like David Sedaris. I don't need to keep the physical book, which is, you know, kind of why I unhauled the other one as well that I haven't read. Coraline, Neil Gaiman. Well, we know about Neil Gaiman. And also, the book is far inferior to the movie. So if I want to consume the story, it's going to be via the movie, not the book. 100 Years of Solitude. I've tried to read this book a million times, and I was hanging on to it, hoping that one day I would actually be able to get through it. I don't think that day is ever going to come, so I'm going to stop lying to myself. Come Closer by Sarah Gran. I did enjoy my reading experience with this book. I just don't think I'm going to return to it. It's actually not my favorite possession story. The cover is really fun though, but it's also very creepy. I don't know. I'm not gonna lie, this book kind of has like bad energy on my shelves, which, you know, kind of makes sense because she's like possessed, right? But anyway, it was a good book. It's not my favorite book in this genre. Leech. I was really debating holding on to this book. I enjoyed it. I actually listened to it on audio. I did enjoy it, but I just don't think I'm ever going to return to this book, and I don't think about it very much. So I enjoyed it, but not enough to hold on to it. But I will say, I've held on to it for a long time because I didn't feel like, I felt like I had the space to, but I mean, I really had to be ruthless and cut some books here. Hamnet by Maggie O'Farrell. I love Maggie O'Farrell. This book I was just not in love with. I had to admit to myself that even though I love Maggie O'Farrell, I did not love this book, and I will never return to it. Trust by Hernan Diaz, another book that I definitely enjoyed, but I will just never return to. And honestly, like, I don't like think that I could even recommend it to that many people. Like, I just don't think that there's like a lot of people that would love this. I enjoyed it a lot, but I think I'm in the minority opinion. I think most people that read this were like, it's okay. And the first part is like really frustrating to get through. So I think a lot of people will DNF it. So I don't think I would widely recommend this. Last Night in Montreal by Emily St. John Mandel. This one also kind of breaks my heart because Emily St. John Mandel is one of, if not my favorite authors. And I love everything else that she's written. I still have one more from her that I haven't read though. But I did not like this one. I mean, like, it was fine, but really nothing memorable for me. So I was really just hanging on to it because it's by her, but I never think about it. I have two manga here, The Promised Neverland Volumes 1 and 2. I really thought that I would become obsessed with this series and want to collect them all, and that is just not really what happened. I did like them, but just, it wasn't anything that really was special to me, so I'm just gonna get rid of them. Where I End, I did enjoy this book, but again, not going to return to it, and I really don't, I don't need to keep it on my shelf. Same thing, Bury Your Gaze. I also held on to this one. I like this, like, don't get me wrong, I did like it. I just like, I don't know. Sometimes I feel the need to keep books on the shelf that I think are good examples of like a specific genre or like a specific type of book. So this is like a campy horror slasher, and I don't have a lot of those, so I felt the need to keep this one because like, well, I just need something like that on my shelf. But that is not true. I don't need to keep books for just random reasons. So while I did like this, I did not love it, and somebody else probably will. Wolf Hall, I was definitely just keeping this book as a little trophy to say I read it, but did I read it? Did I really read it? I just have to be honest with myself. I don't have to keep this. Shark Heart, a book that I enjoyed while I was reading, but I will never read again, so I should pass it on to somebody else who might also enjoy it and maybe love it more than I did. Rejection by Tony Tulamuthy. This is another one of those cases where I kind of wanted to keep the book on my shelf as like an example of something. This is an example of metafiction, and I really like the structure of what's going on here. There's a lot of stuff I really enjoyed about this book, but there's also some things that are just horribly uncomfortable to read, honestly, and I wanted to keep this book just as like a commitment to the bit. Like, I think it's like a very interesting piece of art, but I will not reread it, and I really struggle to widely recommend it. So I think I enjoyed my experience with it, but I don't think it needs to be on my shelf. And lastly, The Hacienda by Isabel Cañas. I really wanted to love this, and it was really just 3 stars. And this is another one that I was like, oh, I really love the setting, and I don't have anything else like that on my shelf, so I want to keep it. But I'm hoping that I'm going to read and love Mexican Gothic, and then that'll be the replacement for this. But the truth was that I just thought this was okay. It wasn't bad by any means, but nothing like super memorable or exciting. So yeah, time to get rid of it. And there you have it. Those are a lot of books that I just unhauled, both from my physical or from my unread TBR and from my read TBR. I'm really, getting nostalgic and emotional that I am actually leaving this apartment and this office and this library space, and these books are going to be left behind. So now I have a absolutely massive stack of books to be donated and sold, and you know what? It is for the best. It's time for me to let go. It's time for me to let go of this space, of these books. We are moving on. It's new, exciting, and thank you so much for being here with me. It's really great to have all of this as a memory, and we have it here on YouTube to kind of relive forever if we want to. Truly, truly, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, week, month, and year. And I will see you back here next time in a new house. And I don't know when that's going to be, but I will see you back here next time. Thanks so much. Bye.